How's it going, guys? Jaxxshaxer here, and today I'm going to be doing my second Overwatch video, and today's title is Top 5 Ways to Improve in the Game. After playing since release, I realized that there are still people who are currently buying the game. There's probably people buying it today and playing for the first time. So of course you're going to get newbies on your team, you're going to get people who don't necessarily know what they're doing, and there are some people who feel like they may have hit a wall, or they're playing against teams that are significantly better than them. Well, I decided that today's video will be addressing that and how you yourself can improve in this game. So starting out with number 1, take the time to try out each character in the game.
No one can hide.
I see many games where people are just playing one character the whole damn game. And that's fine if you're doing well. But if you're just gonna play Tracer every single game you play, I mean, you're not gonna be able to offer much in terms of team composition if the enemy has counters to Tracer. How are you gonna play anybody else? It's good to switch. It's good to try out healers. Nobody wants to play a healer. You gotta take the L sometimes. Your team needs healers. If you may not like the tanks, it's just try them. Try to see how you like them. I know that I didn't really like healing initially, but playing with Zenyatta, he actually has pretty good offensive power, even though he is very frail with 150 HP. But take the time to play characters that you don't normally play. Learn their moves, learn their combinations, learn their play styles. You have a ton of time in this game to improve with the 21 characters that they offer. And I'm sure in the whole lifespan of this game to come, you will not be able to master all of them. So learn which characters you like and which ones you don't like. And try to step out of your comfort zone and play characters that you normally wouldn't play. Which leads to number 2, which is play as a filler when your team doesn't have proper team composition. If you notice your team is a bunch of tanks, 6 tanks, it's probably not a good idea to go a tank. It might be a good idea to be a healer. Or maybe to play somebody who has a little bit of offensive power. When I play, if you notice in the videos, I'm constantly clicking the back button. Not to see the score, I don't care what my score is. I'm constantly seeing what the team composition is. Do we have too many Hanzos on the team? Do we have 5 Genjis on our team? How can I sub in, or how can I fill for what the team needs? That's what we have to be looking at in this team. It's a team-based game. And sometimes people just want to run and gun with Reaper and they just want to get kills, and that's all great, but the game is meant to get W's. You want to get a win. Nothing worse than playing a 10-minute game and losing. Yeah, kills are great and getting the kill cam is great, but at the end of the day, it's about winning, it's about getting the objective, it's about getting the payload from point A to point B, it's about defending, and to be able to do that, you have to play as characters you don't normally play, and the best way to do that is to fill. See what your team picks, be the last person who chooses, and see how you can be the tank on the team by playing out of the tanks that they offer. See how you can be a support for the team. Try out new characters, and the best way to try out new characters, just play as a filler. It's fun. Your team picks who they think that they're good with or who they think the team needs, and then you play as the person to fill. The third way to improve in the game, based off my opinion, and by the way, and all these things are my opinion, and I've been playing Overwatch since its release, and I'd have to say that I have a pretty good gauge, I guess, on how to get better. But the third one is to learn which players can be used proficiently for offense, for defense, or for both. I cannot tell you how many times I have seen a Torbjorn on offense that has absolutely sucked trickets. I cannot handle when your team just wants to play one character the whole damn game, whether it's offense or defense. And there is value to some characters that I wouldn't expect to be on offense. And sometimes you can be a Bastion, and Bastion can be great on offense, especially if you're on payload. And there's certain levels and there's certain times where mainly defensive players can be used for offense. But please learn which characters are best used for defense only and which ones are great for offense. Sometimes offensive players aren't so great for defense. I find that when I'm playing Mercy actually works much better and based off my playstyle when I play her on defense rather than offense. I don't normally have the greatest games with Mercy when I play offense. Playing with a different healer such as Lucio, playing as Zenyatta, I tend to do better with. Same goes with Tracer. On defense, I'm not the best with Tracer, but playing Torbjorn or playing Pharah, I mean, it's good. You gotta learn which characters are best used for what positions. And the best way to do that is, based off the other two that I mentioned, how to get better, is you have to learn the characters. Once you play the character enough, you're gonna know, based on how you play, and based on your dynamics as a player and contributor to the team, you're gonna know which characters you can contribute offensively, which ones you can contribute defensively, and which ones you're good with at both. And for myself, playing as Hanzo, I'm good on offense and defense, but other characters I'm not. So, learn which characters you should be playing during what times. And this brings me to number 4, think and research the counters for each character. I think this is incredibly important. I cannot tell you how many times there's been a Widowmaker on the enemy team, and our team's just running in with guys who can't hit her far range. They're playing close range characters. Everyone's playing Tracer. That's great and everything, but we need to have some way to counter the Widowmaker on the enemy team if she is absolutely decimating us and getting headshot after headshot after headshot. It's good to learn who counters who. If you're a sniper, your job in the game should be to take out other snipers, to take out turrets, and to take out bastions. That is your mission, that is your goal. Focus those things first, go on to killing other enemies later. This game is a team-based game. If you're not playing as a team, if you're not thinking the best way that you can benefit your team moving forward into the objective, pushing the payload, then you're just playing Call of Duty. You're just playing a Blizzard version of Call of Duty, and you aren't even paying attention to how the game is supposed to be played. So, I beg of you, when you play this game, if you want to get better, if you want to get wins, if you want to improve, look on who on the enemy team is on fire. Look to see which enemy is killing you over and over again. Look at the top right of your screen when you see that Genji is killing 5 of your team every time that your team's trying to push the payload. Think of a way that you can counter, learn who counters who. You can look it up online, you can look at videos, you can just think about it. If you're sitting there thinking, you know, how can I counter Tracer? Well, McCree's probably a pretty good bet because he has the flashbang and he can knock you out with this Van the Hammer, and that's going to be nerf suit. So it's just about picking characters that can counter the enemy characters, but not just enemy characters, the ones who are playing the best. And the reason why it shows you the on fire is because it's showing you who on the enemy team is playing very well. You want to lock that person down. You want to take that person out. You want to keep killing that person over and over again because they're contributing too much to the team. So do yourself a favor, do your team a favor, learn who counters who, and I promise you that if you take the L, if you just say, you know what, I'm just going to be that guy who's just going to counter those freaking guys who are coming and killing our team, I promise you that you will improve. Okay, so after that little rant, now comes number 5. This one is a good reminder for me, and that is do not get frustrated while playing. If you get frustrated continuously that you're giving death after death after death, you've had 10 losses in a row, you're going to start playing worse. It's just proven. When you're angry, when you're annoyed, when you're frustrated, when you're heated, you don't have a level and clear mind, you're not going to enjoy the game, which is the number one reason why you play the game in the first place, is to play a game because you enjoy it, it's fun. It could be de-stressor for some people, it could be some time away from reality for others, but if you start getting frustrated, then this is going to become a burden for you. You're not going to enjoy the game. You're not going to enjoy playing. It's going to become a stressful thing for you. If you take the time to just take a breather, think about the game, think about, yeah, you know what? This is fine. I can back out after this one. I can play another game, whatever the case may be. Just try not to get overly frustrated. I cannot tell you how many times I see on the team, every death, I have teammates switching to another character, another character, another character, another character, and you know for a fact that that person is pissed. You see them getting killed over and over and over again. At this point, they're just gonna drop everything and become Junkrat and just try to kill people using Junkrat. I think that is everyone's like last resort. When they're not playing well, they're gonna play some character that they don't expect that they're gonna do well with, hoping to God and praying to the gods in heaven that you can get a kill, get a streak, get some sort of multi-kill, maybe even make it on the kill of the game, the play of the game. So, as you're trying to improve, and it's a process, and it's not going to be fun all the time, try not to get overtly frustrated, annoyed, angry, smash your controller, smash your screen, do something that you'll regret, because it's going to hinder not only your enjoyment, but it's going to hinder your ability to just play as a team, play with friends. It's nothing worse than playing with a friend and they're pissed and you're enjoying yourself. It just kind of kills everything. So take that time to just relax. Remember, it's just a game. And, you know, make sure that you take that easy. It'll be fine. You'll get a W. You'll get players in your team who are better than the other ones. So in any case, those are my top 5 ways to improve in Overwatch. Again, this is just Jack's opinion. You could say, you know what you're saying means Jaxxshaxer to me, and that's fine. But this is just based off what I'm seeing in the game. Someone who's been playing first-person shooters probably like 18 years now. I mean, it's my favorite genre. It's my favorite game type. So just do what you got to do. Take it for what it is. But these are my opinions on how I feel like you can improve while playing this game. Look out for the next video. I'm going to be covering a multitude of videos to come on Overwatch and other videos on different platforms, so stay tuned. Like, subscribe, comment, share, whatever you got to do.